Evan's in North Carolina. Evan, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show. How can Anthony and me help?
Hey, Anthony and Dave. How are you guys?
Great. Good.
So my question revolves the term take-home pay. I heard you use it in general rules of thumb, and I've heard it elsewhere in financial advice. And I was just wondering what constitutes take-home pay.
It should just be after taxes.
After taxes, so not after insurance and retirement contributions?
Right, because you would do those things. If you didn't have those available through your company, you would just do those out of your checking account at home. Like, for instance, you were self-employed, you would pay your taxes, and that would be your take-home pay, and then, you can make your decision from there on the other stuff. I mean, you do your retirement to the side, you do your insurance to the side. There's a lot of stuff you can have taken out of your pay. I mean, sometimes you could have the car payment paid at the credit union through work out of your pay, but that's not the definition of take-home pay.
Okay, so from a budgeting perspective, should I retroactively add retirement contributions because technically those numbers aren't reaching my checking account. They're going straight into an investing account.
Unless you're trying to do something weird with your budget, I wouldn't fool with that. But the only reason I use take-home pay, the only thing we really use it for around here is we're trying to see, A, how much available cash do you have in your hand to pay your bills with that you got at home? And in that case, you're doing that after retirement and after, because, what are you getting home with to pay bills with? And then the other place we use it is 25% of take-home pay on a 15-year fixed rate as a gauge for your mortgage. But, like if you're running your every dollar budget, Anthony, you don't take... you don't add retirement back in and then take it back out in your every dollar budget.
No, sir. My take-home pay for me is like what you're saying, Dave. What is deposited in my account? That's my cash. That's what I budget off of. And so, Evan, what you're asking Dave is, should I add that in my budget? No, just whatever your check is, that's your take-home pay. When you get paid
for budgeting purposes.
Yes, for budgeting purpose.
Yeah, that's how I would treat it. But the technical definition of take-home pay is after taxes.
Yes.
Okay. But let's say you got a 401k coming out. Okay. So you add it back in and then you take it back out in your budget. That's just creating extra work.
Yeah.
If you're doing it for budgeting purposes. Is that logical?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. You're just adding a step to your budget that's not necessary. Instead, you go, this is how much cash I got. Every one of those dollars needs a name. And that's how you do yours, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's how you teach folks, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Making sure we got the same thing going.
Yes,
my head
sir.
gets screwed up with the budgeting app because my brain still works on a yellow pad.
Yeah.
Every dollar is much better than a yellow pad, but because it's kind of designed off of the way a yellow pad works. I put the number at the top that I got to work with, and I give every dollar an assignment.
Yes, sir.
And that's why it's called every dollar.
Yes,
folks.
sir.
In case those of you.
It's just a new generation thing, Dave. You're getting a little bit older.
Hey, you're going to get hit on the air right here on the radio.